Anna, so good to see you here in the cafe. I use so much. This place smells amazing, like fresh coffee and warm bread. I know, right? I love meeting here. You know what, Anna? I was thinking about something yesterday. What were you thinking about? Food. Food is like the universal language. Everyone talks about it, but most people don't know how to have a real conversation about food in English.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. When someone asks me, "What did you eat?" I just say, "Chicken," and then silence.
Exactly. The conversation dies immediately. But food should be exciting to talk about.
Yes, food is life. Food is culture. Food is everything. So, how do we change that?
Let's practice together. We can go through a whole day of food, step by step.
Perfect. From morning to night, let's learn how to really talk about food.
Okay, Anna, let's start with level 1, breakfast. This is where my day begins.
I love breakfast. What's your typical morning like?
Well, I wake up around 7. First thing I do is make my morning smoothie.
A smoothie. Tell me more about that.
I take frozen berries, strawberries, blueberries, sometimes raspberries. Then I add Greek yogurt for protein, a banana for sweetness, and almond milk to make it creamy.
Wow, that sounds healthy and delicious. Do you add anything else?
Sometimes I add honey if I want it sweeter, or spinach if I want extra vitamins. But you can't taste the spinach.
Really? Spinach in a smoothie?
Trust me, the fruit covers the taste completely, and I always have whole grain toast with avocado on the side.
That's amazing. My breakfast is totally different.
I can't wait to hear your morning routine.
I'm more traditional. I make scrambled eggs every morning.
Just scrambled eggs?
Oh no, I add cheese, herbs, sometimes mushrooms or tomatoes, and I always have fresh orange juice. I crack 3 eggs into a bowl, add a splash of milk, salt, and pepper. Then I cook them slowly in butter.
That sounds so comforting. What kind of cheese do you use?
Usually cheddar cheese, but sometimes I try feta or goat cheese for something different.
Perfect. So, level 1 complete. We learned smoothie, berries, yogurts, almond milk, honey, spinach, avocado, scrambled eggs, herbs, and different cheeses.
Now, level 2. Lunch. This is where I get creative.
Show me what you mean by creative.
I love making colorful salads. Not just green lettuce, but a rainbow of ingredients.
A rainbow salad? That sounds beautiful.
I start with mixed greens, lettuce, spinach, arugula. Then I add red cherry tomatoes, orange carrots, yellow bell peppers. For protein, I add grilled chicken breast that I cooked yesterday, or sometimes chickpeas if I want plant protein.
What about dressing?
I make my own. Olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, and herbs. Simple, but so flavorful.
That looks incredible.
What about you, Emma? What's your lunch style?
I'm more of a sandwich person for lunch, but I make them special.
Special how?
I use sourdough bread, not regular white bread. Then I layer turkey, Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato, and my secret ingredient,
Secret ingredient? Tell me.
hummus. Instead of mayonnaise, I spread hummus. It's healthier and adds so much flavor. Sometimes I add cucumber slices for crunch or sprouts for extra nutrition.
That sounds amazing. Do you eat it with anything?
Always with baked sweet potato fries that I make in the oven with just a little olive oil and sea salt.
Level 2 complete. Rainbow salads, mixed greens, chickpeas, olive oil dressing, sourdough bread, hummus, and sweet potato fries.
Now, level 3, weekend brunch. This is my favorite meal of the week.
Mine too. Brunch is like breakfast.
Exactly. And brunch is when we can be really indulgent.
Where do you usually go for brunch?
There's this amazing place downtown. They have the best pancakes in the city.
Pancakes! I love pancakes. What kind do they have?
My favorite is their blueberry pancakes with real maple syrup and whipped cream.
Real maple syrup makes such a difference. I prefer their French toast myself.
French toast is amazing too. What do you like about it?
It's thick, custardy bread soaked in egg and milk, then grilled until golden. I always get it with fresh berries and powdered sugar.
And we can't forget about brunch drinks.
Oh, yes, fresh orange juice, coffee, sometimes a mimosa if we're celebrating.
A mimosa is champagne mixed with orange juice, right?
Exactly. It makes brunch feel extra special.
Level 3 complete with pancakes, French toast, maple syrup, whipped cream, and mimosas. Now, level 4, dinner. This is where I really try to cook something nutritious. Dinner is my favorite time to experiment with new recipes. I'm making baked salmon with roasted vegetables. That sounds healthy and delicious. How do you prepare the salmon? I brush it with olive oil, add lemon slices, garlic, and herbs like dill and parsley. For vegetables, I cut broccoli, carrots, and zucchini, toss them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, then roast everything together.
I love one-pan meals. What do you serve it with?
Usually brown rice or quinoa. Quinoa is a superfood. It has lots of protein and fiber.
Quinoa is great.
My dinner is completely different, though. I'm making homemade pasta with marinara sauce. Homemade pasta? That's impressive. It's actually not that hard. I make the dough with flour, eggs, and a little salt. Then I roll it out and cut it into strips. What about the sauce? My marinara sauce is simple but delicious. Crushed tomatoes, garlic, onions, fresh basil, and oregano. I let it simmer for about 30 minutes. I always add fresh mozzarella cheese on top and a sprinkle of Parmesan. That sounds like restaurant quality. Level 4 complete with salmon, roasted vegetables, quinoa, homemade pasta, marinara sauce, and fresh herbs.
Now for level 5, desserts and snacks. This is the fun part.
I have such a sweet tooth. What's your favorite dessert to make?
I love baking chocolate chip cookies from scratch.
From scratch? Not from a box?
Never from a box. I mix butter, brown sugar, eggs, flour, vanilla extract, and lots of chocolate chips. The secret is to not overbake them. I take them out when they're still slightly soft in the middle.
They smell incredible. My go-to dessert is much simpler.
What do you make?
Fruit parfait. I layer Greek yogurt with fresh berries, granola, and a drizzle of honey.
That's healthy and delicious. What about snacks?
For snacks, I love apple slices with peanut butter or mixed nuts and dried fruit.
I'm more of a popcorn person. I make it at home with just a little olive oil and sea salt. Sometimes I add nutritional yeast for a cheesy flavor.
Nutritional yeast?
It's like a healthy cheese substitute. Level 5 complete with homemade cookies, parfait, granola, peanut butter, and nutritional yeast.
Now for the final level. Level 6. Ordering food at a restaurant.
This is where we put all our food vocabulary to use.
Let's go to that Italian place we talked about last month.
Perfect. I've been wanting to try their menu.
Emma, we covered so much today, from morning smoothies to restaurant dining.
6 complete levels of food conversation. Now anyone watching can talk about more than just, I ate pizza.
Exactly. We learned breakfast ingredients, lunch preparations, brunch specialties, dinner cooking, dessert making, and restaurant ordering.
The secret is to add details. Don't just say salad, say rainbow salad with chickpeas and homemade dressing.
Perfect advice. Food conversations become so much more interesting when you paint a picture with words.
Thanks for joining me on this delicious learning journey, Anna.
Thank you. Now I'm inspired to try making that salmon recipe you mentioned.
And I want to attempt your homemade pasta. See everyone next time for another practical English lesson.